Okay, so the next, what's happening? The next problem that I want to go to is something to do with order of operations. Let me start here. Order of operations with whole numbers and grouping symbols. Even though it's at 52%, that's kind of a large number. Okay, so grouping symbols. We went over something like this last time, where you have a bracket is considered a parenthesis, and we start with P for parenthesis, exponents, and we haven't had any exponents yet. And then multiply, divide, those go together from left to right. And then add or subtract. Adding and subtracting is the last thing you're going to do, in any of your order of operations. And you always go from left to right. All right. So inside these parentheses, go to the innermost parenthesis. 10 plus 32 is 42. So then we would have 2 times 1 plus 42. And then we have this division of 6, which is also inside a bracket. So division comes before 1 plus. So we're going to go with 42 divided by 6 is 7. So then we have 2 times 1 plus 7, which is 8. And the last thing we do is 2 times 8, which is 16. All right, so we did that last time, so I'm not going to show another one of that. Not sure if we did the next one. Whole numbers, exponents. This is basics with exponents. Okay, so this is the first time. All right, so parentheses, exponents, and then multiply, divide. There's no adding and subtracting in here. All right, so we got to handle we have 8 times 3 squared divided by 3. So before we do any multiplication or division, you have to handle the exponent. So 3 squared, hopefully you know that means 3 times 3, which is 9. All right, so then we have 8 times 9 divided by 3. Now, multiplication and division, it doesn't matter which one you do first. In this situation, since there's no other pluses or minuses, I'm going to go ahead and say 9 divided by 3 is 3, because that's easier to see. So then we have 8 times 3, which is 24. All right. Let's tackle another one. Hopefully it has some adding and subtracting in it. Yeah, it does. Good. So we have a 5 plus 3 squared times 8. That little dot means time. So we know that 3 squared is 9. 5 plus 9 times 8. 9 times 8 we know is 72. So we have 5 plus 72, and that equals 77. Now if you get confused on your multiplication, just use your calculator. 9 times 8, 72. All right. Notice the last thing we did was add. Let's show one more, and then we'll move on. Okay, this time we have parentheses. 4 times 2 plus 2 to the power of 4. Now remember, we start with inside the parentheses. But inside the parentheses, we have a 2, and we have a 2 to the power of 4. So we have to handle this first. All right, 2 to the power of 4 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. This 2 times 2 is 4. So basically that's just 16. So you could have said 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. And then lastly, 8 times 2 is 16. So this is what we have. 4 times 2 plus 16. And before we can do anything, we have to handle parentheses first. 2 plus 16 is 18. So we wind up with 4 times 18. And I'm not sure what that equals. So I'm going to cheat and go 4 times 18 is 72. Alright, so I hope you get the gist of it. That was a good one because it had some plus on the inside of parentheses. Alright, one more. See what comes up. 8. Okay, we've already done one like that. So I'm going to move on to the next one. So that was order of operations with exponent. Then the next one says understanding the distributive property. It has a 40% by it. So I'm going to pull that one up. So this involves distributive and order of operations. Ooh, it says answer the question below and then fill in the blank if necessary. Can the distributive property be used to write 7 times 9 plus 6? It can. Distributing means 7 times 9 plus 6. You can distribute when you have a number on the outside of parentheses. That means you need to multiply. So basically you can distribute the 7 to the 9 by saying 7 times 9 plus, and then do it again to the 6 plus 7 times 6. Now, over here what they're showing you is instead, I put my times 9 in parentheses, but they're wanting you to do it like this. 7 times 9 plus 7 times 6. Honestly, you should just really add up the 9 and the 6. And then do 7 times all of that, but I guess that's a bigger number. We know that 7 times 9 is 63, and we know that 7 times 6 is 42. And now I think they want you to do it that way because it's easier. But they're not asking you to do any of that yet. Okay. So, yes, that is the distributive property. Let's show one more. Can we distribute 3 plus 7 plus 10? No, we cannot, because distributing has to involve multiplication, and this is 3 plus, not 3 times. So the answer here would be no, we cannot use the distributive property for that. Show one more, just in case you're confused. Can we use the distributive property for 6 times, so there we go, 3 plus 7. Yes, we can because of the multiplication. You can say 6 times 3, put that in parentheses, plus 6 times 7. And we get 18 plus 42. All right, good job on that one. That was understanding the distributive property. All right, let's move on down, and we have divisibility by 3 and 9. Yikes. I will say this much. If something can be divided by 9, it can also be divided by 3. All right? So here's the situation. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to use this. You may not be able to use your calculator. but the calculator may not pop up on the screen, but you can still use your calculator. So I'm going to take 352 and divide it by 9. And I get 39.1. So that's not divisibility because of the decimals. Alright, so if I do 352 and divide it by 3, let's see what we get. Same thing. So notice if you can't divide by 9, you can't divide by 3. So is 352 divisible by 9? No, it's not divisible by any of those. Alright, so let's go with 902. Okay, 902. Can we divide by 9? Don't know. Nope. 102.2. Let's do it for 3. I already know that's not going to work because we couldn't do it by 9. And there you have it. Okay, so no. So far, nothing. We can't divide by anything. Let's try 794. 794 divided by 9. Nope. So it's not going to work for 3. 4 divided by 3. Alright, so none of these are divisible by 9 or 3. Okay, so I always go with 9 first because 9, you can divide 9 by 3. So if you can divide it by 9, you can divide it by 3. Alright, let's try the 172. Why do I keep doing this marker? 172 divided by 9. Nope. Watch what happens when we try to do it by 3. Divided by 3. Nope. So 172 is out. Let's go with 530. This might work. Divided by 9. Nope. 530 divided by 3. Nope. 253 divided by 9. Nope. 253 divided by 3. Nope. None of these. Wow. Are we going to come up with anything that does work? Let's see. Oh, we've already done that. 171. Let's try 171 divided by 9. Yes. So it's going to be divisible by 3 as well. 171 divided by 3. Yes. See how that works? Let's go with 557. 557 divided by 9. Nope. And it's not going to be divisible by 3. 557 divided by 3. Nope. 385. 385 divided by 9. Nope. 385 divided by 3. Well, we should have known it wasn't going to work. So the only one that is divisible by 3 and 9 is 171. And that's the way you handle that.